School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Hatred destroys the one who hates. The others that you hated, go on about their business. Care of us.
So the legacy of Medgar Evers is an understanding of our own humanity and of our own responsibility of seeing that in other people.
He is written out of history. He's just not included as Malcolm and Martin. To me, it's the 3 M's, and Medgar is right up there at the lead.
Everlasting, Life and Legacy of Medgar Evers. Watch now on MPB Passport. Visit mpbonline.org for more.
Hello, it's time for Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer. We are so glad. I almost said good morning.
I know.
You know, I still haven't figured out that it's afternoon. But it is. It's Monday afternoon.
It is Monday afternoon.
It's
and
4
if you
o'clock
heard
Central.
the little thing that they said before, I think they're having to give a disclaimer.
Yeah,
for
disclaimer.
us.
I think it's for everybody. But either way, it sounds
Yes,
peculiar.
we don't want to give you bad recipes.
No, check with a professional before you try anything we suggest.
We are not the professionals.
Well,
we're just people who love to eat and love to cook.
Yeah, we're about the culture of Southern flavor.
Yes,
and
we
folks that love to stir that pot.
Speaking of pot stirring,
Yes.
boy, did you deliver something good to me yesterday.
Kara made a giant pot of potato leek soup, and I thought, I know who needs this.
Well, you're very kind. It's been a sad week around the Palmer house. My husband, John, identical twin brother, James Young Palmer, brother Jim, passed away. And so the soup warmed our hearts.
That's right.
And Jim Palmer, quite a character. You know, he's from up where you were from, around there, from Corinth.
He's one of those Palmer twins from Corinth.
And the stories about the Palmer twins, as they say, Palmer, they are passed down through generations. So they got up to a lot of mischief, but he will be missed. He certainly will be missed by a lot of people.
Brother Jim.
But anyway, the soup was so much appreciated and delicious.
Yeah, she made a big pot of leek, as I said, potato leek, and then added some good rich cream to it there at the end to smooth it out.
Okay, I wanted to
love
ask
the
you
potato
about
skins in there myself.
Yeah, the technique on that. Did she use like an immersion blender where you
Absolutely.
stick it?
Yes, she cooked the leeks and the onions and the garlic and the potatoes, and then as soon as they were soft enough, she hits them with the immersion blender.
While it's on the stove?
Yeah, that's right, in the same pot. And then, whips them down.
Yeah, I've got to learn how to use that. I have one.
And she uses a lot of, chicken base, and then ultimately, after it's set in the refrigerator for a while, she added the cream so it wouldn't separate. So the cream was added later.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, well, good, absolutely. Thank you. We gave you soup. You gave us a cookbook, Grandbaby Cakes.
Yes.
A book by Jocelyn Delk Adams. Thank you for that. I've had a chance to look through it. Man, I hope we can get her on. Is this a friend of yours?
Well, she has Mississippi roots. Her mother, Joyce, serves with me on the board at Tougaloo College.
Oh, yes.
And her mom is the head of the National Alumni for Tougaloo, and originally from Winona, and now lives in Texas, but good, deep Mississippi roots. A lot of talk in Jocelyn's books about ma's and grandma's. And, Jocelyn's working right now on a cake deal with Walmart, and she's become a tremendous influencer. We met her at the book festival.
We did meet her
a couple of years ago.
We certainly did.
And she's been on the Today Show. In fact, I think she regularly goes on the Today Show.
Oh,
So
good.
we're going to claim her as a Mississippian and get her here.
I love her little book of grandbaby cakes. So anyway, we'll work to get her on, and that'll be good. Also, in the news, Carol, I see that two of Mississippi's award-winning chefs have come together, going to host a dinner down in Biloxi at the White Pillows restaurant. Both chefs are nominated again this year. Now, they've been nominated in the past, but they're nominated again this year as semifinalists for Best Chef in the South. And that is, of course, Austin Summerall, who owns and operates White Pillows and who was on the show 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
And here in Jackson, locally, Chef Hunter Evans of Elvy's and Mayflower, I said Walker's, Mayflower, and they are going to have a dinner.
Just an elegant dinner, with wine pairings. It's worth driving to that dinner. It is
like
a destination dinner, and our listeners in the Gulf Coast area and Mobile area, we have so many listeners there. This would be a great opportunity.
And the dinner is on March the 12th at 6:15 p.m. at the White Pillars, beautiful restaurant on the Golden Gulf Coast. So, if
you
you can go, there you have it.
Hey, did you by any chance see that Wednesday is National Chocolate-Covered Nuts Day?
I did see that.
I mean, a chocolate-covered nut
gets
has
its own day. Yeah. Yes, but my favorite is February 27, which is National Strawberry Day, because the Louisiana, particularly Ponchatoula strawberries, are starting to come in. In fact, I bought some at the county market, corner market, yesterday. Some of the first Louisiana strawberries.
I was gifted some today.
Oh, good.
By Marcy at Doris Berry's Farmers Market on Highway 80.
She
already has some.
Wow, very good, very good. Now, this one I was perplexed about. February 26th is National Chili Day. Why isn't Chili Day in the winter? That's a cold weather dish.
Well,
why is it being celebrated in February?
Maybe in most of the United States, it is still cold.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
But I'm with you. I think it should be in January. But I think there's a real competition for these dates, to try to get your day for your food.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what was available.
Very active week on Cooking and Coping, our website. We had a lot of fun things. The one thing of great curiosity to me is our friend Vicki Carter said she had read a good bit about blistered eggs, and she wanted some information about what on earth a blistered egg is, and several people weighed in, including Tim Pierce, to explain how to blister an egg. Very hot oil, sort of fry, crispy around the edges, but keep the yolk soft.
Yeah.
This is the way that my grandmother made eggs, and I didn't know they had a name, but another of our friends, Colleen Ogden O'Brien, commented that, yes, that those are called lacy eggs, or lace, L-A-C-E, lace eggs, and went on to say more about that. Laced eggs are fried eggs, characteristically with intensely crisp, brown, and delicate web-like edges with a runny yolk achieved by frying in a generous smoking hot oil, often associated with the Appalachian or Southern cooking. This method uses bacon grease or olive oil to create the fried rather than steamed textures.
Yeah,
so
and my blistered eggs are just when I make a mistake. So
I didn't mean to blister those.
I was happy to see that they were really lacy eggs, and from here on out, I will tell John that I'm serving lacy eggs.
And when he says, honey, why are these
eggs crispy? He likes his fried eggs like they had them when he lived in Portugal, and they use only olive oil, but they keep the heat on the eggs really low, and so the white, everything stays perfectly white around the edges. So
no blistering.
No blistering.
Okay.
Not like Waffle House.
You sent me some information about Chicago beef. Now, I don't know where you got this, but, we call this Italian beef up in the hill country.
I want to talk about it. It's a thing.
Okay.
I got it off of, I guess, Threads or one of those social media things, but it was talking about one of the great Chicago delicacies is Chicago beef. Mm-hmm. And it said it must look like a crime scene or you did it wrong. So as I dug through it and went on the internet and looked up, I saw it's also called Italian beef. And it looks very, very wet.
It's dunked in the au jus, I suppose.
Yeah, but the pictures of the crime scene.
The entire sandwich.
See, I had Marissa, if you're on YouTube.
There it is.
The first picture, it has to be very, very wet. But one of the people that wrote on the internet she said, I am a non-dunking girl.
Yeah.
And there was a place in Chicago in the Loop that rang a bell every time I ordered one dry, and the whole place would clap. It just said soggy bread is the grossest thing, but I think soggy bread is the thing. And then I also learned there are places that do this around the country.
Oh, yeah. But in Chicago, I guess that's where Johnny's Beef
that's one
Elmwood,
place, Johnny's Beef in Elmwood
and
Park.
Tony's Chicago Beef. These are Chicago outlets.
Chicago places I found. But I'm just wondering who out there in Radio Land loves Chicago beef.
Sure. We'd love to hear from you.
And you said in North Mississippi there's a place that does it.
There's a place in Boonville that has an Italian beef. It's a stand. It's like a slug burger stand out on the east end of town. But I remember seeing them, around and about as a child. I guess up in that part of the country because a lot of Northerners relocated to the hill country because of manufacturing. A lot of our managers, think about Bob Pitzik, his parents, David Kauser, his parents. A lot of these, Richard Lavakis, a lot of these people came to that part of the world because their fathers worked in these manufacturing plants.
Interesting.
And I think that's how the Chicago beef got to that part of the world.
Well, that's good. But anything that looks like a crime scene, I'm all about. So
you're ready for it.
Ready for it.
Now, what is this about Southern cereal that you were?
Okay, this was something else this week that hit me, and I wanted to talk to you about. Growing up at my grandparents' house, we ate cornbread and buttermilk. You can do it in a glass, you can do it in a bowl, crumble your cornbread, pour in the buttermilk.
Right.
And the person that posted it said her grandfather called it Southern cereal. Oh. And I thought that was so descriptive, Southern cereal. So it sparked a conversation about, the person that posted it was black, and she said only black people did this.
Really?
And people jumped on it and said, not true, not true. This is an economic in Southern thing. It's not a racial thing that people in Appalachia and in the Deep South. But I, from here on out, whenever I have it, I'm calling it Southern cereal instead of cornbread and buttermilk.
But a lot of people also use sweet milk, right?
Yeah.
Cornbread with sweet milk. That's how my grandfather took his.
Yeah, you come from a sweet milk family.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, I wanted to mention quickly something else you sent me, 67 cookbooks. Tell our listeners about this. I love this idea. It's really cool. And I want to get this person on the show here.
Well, I know that you'll remember Delia Parman. She and her husband, Robert, went with us when we went and made biscuits with Scott Peacock in Marion, Alabama. They're from Memphis.
Gotcha.
Great cooks. They are Tim Pierce's very closest friend.
They cook together.
Yes, they cook together. Wonderful food.
Know Delia.
So Delia had this beautiful idea. She says she has 67 cookbooks in her house.
Right.
She said a lot of people have more, but she has 67. So she and Robert came up with a project, and they are going to cook one recipe out of each of the 67 cookbooks. And so one person picks the cookbook.
Okay.
And the other person cooks.
It's a cooking game.
Yeah, it's a
social
dish.
Game. Mm-hmm.
And it has to be a dish that you've never cooked before. But something she said really rang true with me, because so many of my cookbooks, I have never cooked anything out of them.
Right,
I love to read them.
Yeah,
I love
they're just interesting.
To refer to them. But
you don't
what
cook
a great project to actually dig in and do something. And Delia has a blog on Substack. So if you're not signed up on Substack.
I checked it out. It's really cool.
It's great. Go to 67 Cookbooks. And she posts every couple of weeks. I think they're on maybe book 14 now. In fact, what do you have there?
This is cookbook number 20.
Number 20. They're on 20. Great.
It's entitled 47 to Go.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
I just printed it out because I was so fascinated by the whole thing.
It's just a beautiful
Great idea.
And she and Robert are beautiful people, and I look forward to getting her on the show, and we can all talk about our cookbooks.
One last item before we take a short break and move on with our show today. It's Girl Scout cookie season, and
it's my favorite time of the year.
I know you love it. You've been at it for a long time, and my granddaughter is selling away, and I've been delivering cookies as well as we've been enjoying having them around the house.
Well, it's so interesting to me to see how modern Girl Scouting is now, and then you can actually order them on the internet from your favorite Girl Scout, or they assign you one. But I went through that process on the internet.
And you assigned...
I did it, Wren
Webb, my granddaughter.
Yes, Wren Webb, your granddaughter. But, that's
she gets credit, as you know.
Well, she has a goal. I saw that she has something like 60 more to go, and so I bought 12.
Look at you. Thank you.
If that I'm probably, and I bought all Thin Mints, so guess who's going to eat them?
I love a Thin Mint.
I figure I could freeze them all year long, but that's where I started my retail career.
I know you did. That's the roots of
knocked on a lot of
everyday
doors.
Gourmet and all of that. All right, we're going to take a little break here. When we come back, we're going to welcome our buddy Enrika Williams, Chef Enrika Williams, to the show, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things, including Extra Table, and we're going to talk about food festival season, and we're going to talk about the Max over in Meridian. So don't go away. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Deep South Dining. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and soon we'll be joined by our great friend Enrika Williams. We'll be right back.
At the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, we believe in the power of the arts, storytelling, and education, just like Mississippi Public Broadcasting. MPB connects communities across the state with quality programs that inform, inspire, and engage. Their audience is loyal and appreciative of businesses that support public broadcasting, which makes underwriting on MPB a smart investment. Join us in supporting MPB. Learn more at mpbfoundation.org.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining here on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and our great friend, Chef Enrika Williams, has joined us with some audacious hair this morning.
The chef is in the house.
See, I said morning again. It is not morning, it is afternoon.
We're trying to get back there.
I'm just, when she was like, hey, it's for 4 o'clock. And I'm like,
what?
This is new. Are you okay?
You didn't even know, did you?
I didn't. So I was like, oh, okay.
We moved at the first of the year,
okay.
and we're still
getting used
dealing
to it.
With it. I said good morning twice already today, and it's still afternoon, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to? What's the latest?
Oh man, I'm just coming off of hiatus. I try to take off some time to rest at the beginning of the year. And I've been doing some small things, some working, and also some of those food festivals that you're talking about. I'm like trying to get my mind and my game plan together for those.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about the food festivals. There are 8 in the state. I thought there were 3 or 4. We actually have a list, thanks to Marissa.
And you're just talking about in the next few months.
So it's
you
8
think
in
there
the
are
next
more?
few months?
Well, I mean,
I thought
food
this
festivals.
was
I mean, what about the watermelon
I see
festival,
what you're
the
saying.
tamale festival? I mean,
Yeah.
But
There's got to be
this
thousands.
is kind of the season.
Chili cook-off, gumbo,
this is the season.
red beans rice. Yeah, you're right. But anyway,
we're kicking off the season now.
We're kicking off the Food Fest season. But before we do that, we're joined by Lindsey Magee from Extra Table. I guess you're in Hattiesburg. Is that right, Lindsey?
Yes. Hi. Thank y'all for having me. I am in Hattiesburg, Mississippi right now.
Very good. Thanks. Welcome to the show. And tell us, I know you have this, you raise money all the time for Extra Table. I understand that part. But you have a very particular fundraiser coming up where you involve mayors of small towns, right?
Yes, March of the Mayors. We love it. We like to call it our Educated Canned Food Drive, as well as a fundraiser and Mississippi's largest food box packing party. It's all rolled into one big jazzy second line across the whole state.
Oh, so it happens in how many locations?
So we have 5 regions across the state. That would be Delta, Tupelo, North Mississippi area, Jackson Metro, Jackson Metro, the coast, and here in the Pine Belt.
And how many mayors participate, or do you know until actually get there?
It's typically around 55 or so, and this year we're at 61, so that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So this is a fundraiser, and tell us how you raise money. What actually goes down, and how do you raise money?
So essentially what we do is we rally all of our mayors across the state. We raise money through our recurring sponsors, our partners and donors through Extra Table. But since we typically always fundraise in order to purchase food, this one's different in the fact that we are collecting those cans. So our mayors are really, helping us out by rallying their cities and spreading the word, essentially. Everyone gets so excited and hyped up, but that's what really gets the collection going. We, on our end, our sponsors really have helped us forefront March of the Mayors over the years.
Okay, so in March of the Mayors, you assign each town an ingredient. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Well, every city gets a designated food item, and it kind of varies per region what city gets what. And each city collects this food item for the whole month of February this year, and it runs up until this Friday, February 27th. Except for the coast, they like to be a little extra. They go up until March 5th, but they collect those designated food items. So, we in Hattiesburg have peanut butter, Oxford had tuna, and, they get all these specific food items, and we do that box packing party through the whole first week of March. So we'll go to those 5 regions I mentioned each day, one each, and we'll pack up those boxes with the different food items in them, if that makes sense. And they go back to their respective cities, which is awesome. You're collecting to help your own community get back to where you're from.
That's great. Well, give us give our listeners the short elevator speech of exactly what Extra Table is. Certainly we know we've promoted Extra Table since the beginning. But tell our listeners who may not know exactly what y'all do.
Absolutely. Extra Table is a non-government subsidized statewide food bank. We, like I said, fundraise in order to purchase healthy, shelf-stable foods. We were founded in 2009 by Robert St. John on the premises that we want to deliver, not just any food, but nutritious food. And we deliver to 66 pantry partners statewide, and we're growing. We try to grow each year and serve as much of the state as we can. And yeah, we deliver straight to pantry doorsteps at no cost. And we raise funds through events such as March of the Mayors. This one's a little bit unique in the fact that it's more of a food drive, but we have our annual bourbon festival, our empty bowls, our Give 'em a Bird campaign. Everyone likes to clutch their pearls at that, our executive director, Martha, would say, but it's actually so much fun. It's statewide around the holidays. And so we raise funds through these efforts, throughout the year. We also have our donors throughout the year that just give back. And that's a little bit about
that's
us.
great. Tell our listeners how they can connect to find out more information about Extra Table and the upcoming Mayor's event.
Absolutely. You can find what your city's collecting, how to get involved in March of the Mayors, and just more about Extra Table in general, all at extratable.org/March for March of the Mayors specifically. But there's a lot of good information on extratable.org. Please follow us on social to stay informed, at Extra Table on Instagram and Facebook. We post a lot of content, a lot of updates there. And yeah, that's really the two quickest, easiest ways to get in touch.
Well, this is such an important effort because Mississippi is the most food insecure state in the country. That's not something we're proud about.
But it's a fact.
It's a fact, and we're just glad that Extra Table and Mississippi Food Network and others are doing this work every day.
Right.
Yes, we love what we do. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lindsey, and good luck on the event and everything that y'all do at Extra Table. We appreciate it, and we will have you back on anytime you want to come on and talk about the good work that you do, and tell our buddy Robert St. John we said howdy.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Thank you. So, Enrika, we were talking about these all of these food festivals, and you're involved in a few of them at least, right?
I am, yes.
Which ones?
So the upcoming ones that I'm involved in is the Jackson Food and Wine Festival, March 21st through the 22nd.
And that's here in
Jackson. It's going to be at the Mississippi Museum of Art.
Okay.
It's going to be outdoors. And
it's 2 days or 3 days?
So actually it's 3 days.
It's a weekend, isn't it?
So Friday there's the dinner with Nick Wallace and Hunter Evans. So they're doing a private dinner. Well, it's a ticketed dinner.
Yeah.
But that's part of the programming for the weekend. And then at the Mississippi Museum of Art, we're doing 2 days of tastings. So you can either attend on Saturday or on Sunday. And so you're going to be passing out all sorts of tasty bites and drinks. And it's always like such a good time. It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell me some of the people who are coming and who are you excited about?
So I'm always excited, even though I'm not a drinker. I'm always excited to see like the newest things, the newest mixed beverages, the newest wines. I just enjoy it. Honestly, I love, being the hospitality person because we're here in Jackson and we have people that are coming in from out of town. But I'm always the most excited when I get to work with people that are local. Because most of the time, we're busy and we're working so much.
Yeah.
So I like the fact of being around, my culinary friends that are here, that we get to try each other's food and check in. So that's like the biggest thing for me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Carol, we had a great show last week, and I want to acknowledge that it is Black History Month in February, and we had a great show that you brought to us last week where we honored 2 of the iconic African-American chefs in New Orleans.
And Malcolm and I always say we don't celebrate Black History Month because every month, Deep South Dining, it's just the Black culinary, just part of our regular programming, and that was what this was. We actually had a couple of people who had gone with me and some friends back 20 years ago after Katrina to help rebuild Dookie Chase, which is New Orleans' first white table
fine dining
restaurant in the African American community. And then Willie Mae's Scotch House. And Willie Mae was no longer with us, but lost her building, and a group of people helped rebuild it. So we kind of relived and paid homage to those two great traditions.
And guess what we learned about Willie Mae?
What did you learn?
She's from Crystal Springs.
Of course.
You probably knew that, but
I did not. But
she's from Crystal Springs.
It makes sense. It's the Mississippi connection. Like, I just, anytime someone tells me anything about, like, my favorites and there's a tie to Mississippi, I'm just like, of course. Of course they are.
You seem surprised.
Yeah.
So have you had any special Black History Month happenings or dinners? Or is every month Black History Month?
So every month is Black History Month, but I definitely want to just kind of piggyback off of what you were saying. And I think that's the biggest thing why I always enjoy coming to Deep South Dining, because it never feels like it's a special occasion for me to talk about the things that are important to me, or legacy, or just honoring people. And so I have been committing myself to writing more, because as much as I love to cook, I'm just really been into just like writing things. And so I've been reading a lot of stuff. And so a lot of the things, and it's funny that you guys did the show on New Orleans, because I've been reading Leah Richards' cookbook. And Leah Richards was the first Black person to have her own cooking show in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the cookbook is a little small pamphlet of a cookbook, but she was a restaurateur, and she also gave Creole cuisine more recognition. And she passed in 1950. So she did.
That's a pioneer.
And her cookbook is it reminds me of just like the traditional techniques of things, but just also the ingredients and just the simplicity of the recipes is just what I'm really drawn to. And there are just people that are all over, like books. There are bookstores that are carrying more obscure books. Especially with like Black culinary traditions and writing about it. One of my favorite people, she doesn't have a book yet, but her name is Tiffany Berrier, and she's out of she's out of Atlanta, and she is a mixologist. She is a genius when it comes to the history of spirits and liquor, and she's just a lovely person. She worked with Dwayne Nutter in the restaurant industry in Atlanta, but now, like, she's been on the Today Show. She goes around, she travels, she studies, but her drinks all have a story. And she's just the most unassuming, but the sweetest and the most genius, I think, out there when it comes to that. So shout outs to Tiffany.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have another guest from Meridian. We have Elizabeth Williams from the Max in Meridian, who's going to talk to us a little bit about Sipp Savor, another one of our great food festivals that's taking place in Meridian on April the 11th, and all of us will be there. You're going to be there, Enrika, am I right?
I am.
And we're going to be there. Deep South Dining will be there. We were there last year. Carol, you're going to be there. We have a big time. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and visit with Elizabeth Williams from the Max and talk more about food festivals around the state. This is Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
together through the years, together in the future. MPB, your stories, our mission.
The Measuring Show.
Since 1970, MPB has been enriching the lives of Mississippians.
Everything we do gives us the chance to grow and learn.
With your support, we are always there whenever and wherever you need us. Together through the years, together in the future. Please consider making a donation at mpbfoundation.org. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, Enrika Williams, and Elizabeth Williams. It's the Williams sisters joining us for this segment of the show.
Hey, friends.
Welcome.
Hi, how are y'all?
Doing well. About yourself?
We're doing good over here.
Good. Tell us about Sipp Savor.
Yeah, so this year will be our 6th annual festival. I think Enrika's been with us every single year,
except the first year I was not, but every year since.
5 out of 6 ain't bad.
And it's amazing.
I've been the one.
Oh, I love it every time.
Yeah, we're excited y'all are coming back.
Yeah, we are too. The entire show, the whole team, Deep South Dining, will be there. And man, we got some great interviews last year. It was just a lot of fun. We ate some really fine food, and we got a lot of great interviews. So we're looking forward to it. It's on April 11. It's a one-day event, right?
One day we might do like a Friday thing or make it a weekend, but right now it's a one-day event.
Yeah. And that's a plenty, as they say.
It is worth driving to. It is worth from all over the state coming to this. It is worth it to do that just to see the Max anyway.
Right.
But what a great event. So who's new? Who's old? What have you got for us?
Well, so this year we're headlined by Chef Alon Shea out of New Orleans.
Oh, my goodness.
Which we're real excited about. And I'm trying to think of some new guys. We've got all our old favorites, Alex Perry, Hunter Evans, all our
Enrika Williams.
Enrika, of course.
What do you have, is it like 20 or so chefs? Does that sound right?
No, it's 54 right now.
Oh, yes. It's a lot.
Times 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we shut down about 2 blocks in front of the museum, and our guys come in and set up tents overnight. And so we take over pretty much all of downtown Meridian, the Max Courtyard, everything.
And is everyone assigned a dish, or does everyone bring whatever they want to? How does it work?
You know, I say I'm not in the business of telling artists what to do or what to make.
Very smart. Very smart.
So we give our chefs full creative freedom. The only time we've ever said no to a dish was one year. For some reason, everybody wanted to make meatballs. It's not a meatball festival. Could you pivot? But other than that, no.
And Enrika, what are some of the things that you've prepared? You've been there 5 times. What have you cooked?
The first time that I went, I did this pig trotter with foie and chanterelle mushrooms, but I made it into like a fritter. And so I breaded it so it looked just like it looked like boudin. You know how they have the fried boudin? It looked like that, but it had like the pig foot, it had foie, it had the mushrooms in it, and we served it with like a tarragon aioli. That was like my favorite thing to make. The last thing that we just did last year is we did a sloppy joe, but we made it out of lamb, and it was with red wine and cacao nibs and like really deep seasonings, and we made like an open face sloppy joe. I forgot what we called it. That was
great. I remember that.
Oh, thank you. We called it, I had some little clever name for it. I can't remember that. Yeah, I can't remember, but I enjoyed it because the people, their reactions to the food that you make, it just makes you feel like I got to come back next year and I got to top that, because they really warm up to you for that.
I can't wait to dig in and look at the chefs. I just opened up the page, and I can't wait to read about all these people. Lots of people we've never seen, in addition to people like Damian Kavicki and Gino Lee. Some great.
And we get to interview them all.
I know.
Which is great. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was going to tell Enrika. Have I ever told you the year that you did the trotter? There's a girl, because we're put on by a volunteer committee of about 13 local women, and one of them is real prissy, she not an adventurous eater, and she came up to me and she was like, "I don't know what a trotter is, but it's the best thing at this festival." And the woman next to me looked at her and was like, "You ate a pig foot. It was a pig foot."
She couldn't wait to
That
tell
is so good.
That was fun. It
That's
was
beautiful.
It was very invigorating. We have a good time.
It's a
when
good
we
time.
go. It is. It really is.
And about how many people show up? It's in the streets. There's some inside. There's music. There's vendors. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, there were a little over 3,000 people here last year. And they came from 17 different states. So, it's a good tourism driver for Meridian and Mississippi in general.
Yeah.
Well, the list of chefs is just stunning. And I just saw somebody I'm really interested in seeing. She is the chef co-owner of Mr. Mao in New Orleans. Her name's Sophina Ong, U-O-N-G.
Is this her first year?
This will be her second year. We love Sophina.
What did she cook last year? Do you remember?
Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but she had this fountain that and it had dry ice underneath it.
Yes.
You remember?
It was
had
delicious.
Like a green fire water.
Yes.
But she made these little circular orb things, and when she served it, she'd fill it with that fire water.
Yes.
So it just kind of
Yes, I remember that.
It was amazing.
It's quite cool.
It was.
Well, we have a list of a few of the state food festival. We'll run through it really quickly here. I didn't know we had this many, and this is nothing but just a short list. Hattiesburg has the Craft Beer Festival, Gulf Coast Beer, Bacon, and Beyond
Now
Festival.
that sounds good.
That does.
Both of those are the weekend of March 13, 14. Of course, the Jackson Festival, March 20 through 22. The Foodie Fest in Pearl, April 10 through 12, and of course Sipp Savor in Meridian on April 11, and also International Fiesta in Mississippi State on April 11th. And they've come on the show a few times. They have all these international students and international faculty, and so they have this international food out there on the drill field at Mississippi State. Right?
That
it's
really
wonderful.
sounds like something I would love to do.
And the Sante South is one that goes on here in Jackson.
And Sante South benefits the Mind Center at UMMC, which does Alzheimer's research.
That's April 25.
And that is a grand event.
And the Natchez Food and Wine Fest is coming up July 24
which is
and 25.
a very old, established,
it may be the oldest
and popular.
one.
Really?
I don't know. We can do some research.
I've never been as a guest or as talent to but I've heard really good things about the Natchez
Absolutely.
Food Festival.
So, Elizabeth, tell us again just where people can find out more about your festival over at the Max, and give them the elevator speech of what the Max is. Just don't ever stop talking about that.
Well, the best place to find out about Sipp Savor is our website. It's sippandsavor.com, and then Sipp with 2 P's, Mississippi. But everything, all the money raised by Sipp Savor goes directly into our educational programming budget. But we're an arts and cultural. We say we're an arts and cultural hub with a museum built into it. We're not a collecting museum. We have a bunch of interactives that all feature different Mississippi artists that have gone on to do great things. We've got Oprah Winfrey, Morgan Freeman, Tennessee Williams. It just goes on and on. But each exhibit in our permanent exhibition features a different aspect of the state of Mississippi that inspired these people to do great things.
And how many years has the Max been in existence?
We opened in April of 2018, so this year will be our 8th birthday.
8th, wow, okay, very good.
Yeah.
And you now have a hotel downtown, right?
We do the historic 3-foot hotel, It's a beautiful building that kind of sat vacant for a while. And then, they came in and there was a big initiative to restore it. And they've done a fabulous job. It's this really cool Art Deco building that they've done.
Y'all have got it going on downtown.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a children's museum now.
Yeah, we do.
You have a branch of the Mississippi Children's Museum there.
And the Riley Center.
The Riley Center.
Yeah. Seeing a show in the Riley is one of my favorite things
super
to
cool.
do.
Super cool.
But yeah, downtown Meridian is definitely having a renaissance right now. It's grown a lot, and it's going to be really cool.
Okay, Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck, and we'll see you on April the 11th. Everybody in tow. We're going to be there, and we're looking forward to spending some time with you guys. So thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all.
Okay. Enrika, we got a little time left. Is there anything you want to get to that you want to talk more about the food festival, maybe the Jackson one, since you're involved probably more in that one than any other one? I may be wrong about that.
So I'm doing both days for the Jackson Food and Wine Festival. Hunter Evans and Chaz Lindsey and myself were recently on the cover of the local palette as one of the southern food towns, top southern food town in the South. And so the local palette is one of the major sponsors for
and organizers?
And organizers
Are they
as
out
well.
of Charleston?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so that was really fun because we got to talk about a lot of local gems and a lot of things that people wouldn't just experience just in a different publication. So it gave it a little more of an intimate spin to it. So that was like a lot of fun, and that just makes me feel really good that people are finding out that we are and have always been a food town, and we have our own identity. And so I've been like thinking and just creating a lot of things. I've been journaling a lot. I have some things that are coming up. That there's a publication that's coming out, and I did do a submission to that, and so I'm a part of
some of your writing.
Yes,
okay.
And so one of the essays is like me and 41 other writers, and so it's called the publication is Little Small Things, but the name of the book is I have it. It is called. It's Good Pretty Things is the name of the website, and I'm sorry I cannot remember the name of the actual working title of it, but the name.
So you've submitted a piece.
I submitted a piece. The name of my piece is Bacon Grease is an Essential Oil.
I love it.
And so I talk about like the medicinal and the therapeutic effects of bacon grease, and also just like a lot of memory and what it meant to me. So it was just fun to write about food and things. And
is the market still happening?
The market is not
happening.
No,
okay.
No. So and yeah, for that, and then I have a few pop-ups that I am planning for the year that I'm working on, and that's about it.
Do you know what you'll be preparing for the Jackson?
I do.
Can you talk about it?
Okay, I will. This is the first time that I'm like publicly saying it. So I am doing something that I am calling a knuckle sandwich. And so I'm going to make a vichyssoise out of potato chips, and I'm going to make a little lobster salad and put it on a toast point, and I'm going to make a chili crisp oil out of Old Bay seasoning, but I'm calling it like OLE, Old Bay, like your boo thing or whatever. And I'm also going to I'm going to make an aioli, and I'm going to have like crispy potato chips. So Utz, UTZ, they make these crab boil, these crab potato chips. So I'm going to crumble those on top for texture.
Now, is the vichyssoise is made out of these chips or different ones?
No, the vichyssoise is going to just be made out of plain potato chips.
Okay.
So I'm treating it like a chilled potato soup, and it's going to have like a little lobster sandwich.
Ooh,
bite.
I like it.
So that's the
is
first
it a
time.
one bite? Or
It's a one bite.
It's
a one bite. It's a one bite.
And you can only have one bite.
Well, I mean, you know what? You can come back as many times as you like. But
he needs to disguise himself.
Yeah,
wear a different hat every time.
Use some
Sunglasses.
Of those. Yes.
Oh, it's me. I'm here for the
right.
So, how many chefs come to Jackson?
Oh my gosh!
Is it more than Meridian or less? Or
I think it is. I think the total amount is pretty close, if it's not more, from my understanding. I don't know exactly how many.
Is this a paid ticket to get in?
Yes, this is a paid ticket. So they have like different tiers for the tickets. They have like the VIP section where you get like the meet and greet with the lineup of chefs. Nick Wallace has like some of his colleagues and like special people that come into town that you can get to meet with them. And you have like a lounge area, and then you get just like go around and taste all of the things. And then there's like the general admission ticket, which is just entry into the tasting part of the tasting segment of it. And then the dinner. So you
can have the potato chip vichyssoise if you buy a general admission ticket.
Yes, that's part of just the general, and that'll be on Saturday and Sunday as well. So if you bought a ticket on either day, I have that as an offering.
Is this year 3?
2.
No, it's 3. It's 3.
It's more than 2.
It's
My
3.
how time
And
flies.
My time flies.
And it has sold out every
time.
The other 2 years.
Yes, every time.
Where do people buy their tickets?
Online. They have and in Jackson they have a website, and they have a link for that. And then also Visit Jackson has a link that directs you to that as well.
Well, Enrika, thank you so much for dropping by today. It's always great to have you on, and it's good to be with you. So we'll see you in Meridian.
Yes.
We'll see you in Jackson.
Yes.
And thank you so much for all that you do. Deep South Dining is a production of Mississippi Public Broadcasting's Think Radio. We are funded by generous contributions from folks like yourself, and we thank you. Our show is produced by Marissa Vaughn. For our guest, Enrika Williams, Lindsey Magee, Elizabeth Williams, and certainly for my co-host, Carol Palmer, I am Malcolm White saying please stay tuned now for At Issue coming up next. And join us next Monday at 4 p.m. for more Deep South Dining, and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for an encore. We are heard exclusively on MPB Think Radio.